Hi, my name is Alejandro Morales. I am going to be giving a synthesis presentation about how I consider myself a scholarly person, and I will as well be telling you about who I consider to be my everyday hero. This guy to the left right here is my high school science teacher. His name is Lucas Zipsner, and I feel that he is the most intelligent person I know because throughout my high school career, anytime I had any questions or any concerns with either school related topics or anything really in life in specific, he was the person that I chose to go to instead of even the guidance counselor himself. Um, he is someone who I consider successful because he is passionate about his job, and not a lot of people can say that. He is a high school science teacher, even though I personally feel that he has the credentials and ability to be a college professor himself if he wanted to, but he really teaches at that level because he cares about making a difference in each and every one of his students' future career and the path that they take on the future. Um, my identity as a scholarly person with my friends and family members as well is that first off, I'm a first generation college student. My father and mother did not complete high school, and my sister only graduated high school. So that really just left me to be the only one to take a different course throughout my lifetime, and I decided to obviously continue into further education. I feel that this is the reason why I am self-motivated to attend college is basically to gain a better lifestyle and make a better future path for myself. Um, Most of my friends attend college right now, and this is this is true because I graduated from a high school that was only 28 people, and that is a really small class. And with that small of a class, you usually tend to have a very high percentage of the people move on to further education. Um, this is a quote that I got from the book Why School by Mike Rose. It says, "We've narrowed the purpose of schooling to economic competitiveness. Our kids are becoming more of economic indicators. We reduced our definition of human development and achievement, that miraculous growth of intelligence, sensibility, and discovery of the world to a simple test score." And I really agree with Mike Rose on this because now really in the nowadays economy, it's the only thing that matters is that test score. What you get on that number on that ACT or SAT is really what determines your educational outcome and what you get to become as a professional instead of really what you want to become. Some of the developmental tasks of my current student status are my transition into being a young adult, a stage in life that, with the help of Eric Erickson, I understand in more depth the challenges that I'm likely to face and how to improve them. Becoming a young professional also is another developmental task that I am taking on right now as a current student. I'm taking and hoping to take the information learned from this class and applying it to my future workforce in all the positive manners. I have learned from this class how to become better with preparation and time management thanks to my progress to the acting, thank progress in the activities related to that we did with the charting at the beginning of the class with where we had to chart long-term, short-term goals. Self-reflection in examination of career choice. Well, this content in this classroom, throughout the classroom, made me feel what I would say more secure about my career choice. I've had multiple major changes since I came to Illinois State. I arrived as a nursing candidate, and when I got to my sophomore year, I decided that it wasn't the path for me to take, and At that point, I was undecided and also took a semester off from school, which helped me further realize where I wanted to go. I returned to school as an applied science major, and that also tended not to work out very well for me. And I sooner than later switched over to a Spanish major because it seemed to be the class I got, or the major that made me graduate more on time and a lot simpler. The career field research paper that we conducted for this class was very helpful for me because it allowed me to grab a comprehension of the reality of the career field and better understanding of preparational steps that you have to take towards that instead of just really kind of having a generalization of where I want to work and how to get there. Um, Multicultural awareness challenges they're going to be everywhere in my career field. I really have always been involved with many cultures. I grew up in Hinesville, Georgia until 6th grade before I moved to Soldiers Grove, Wisconsin, which was a tiny class of 28. So there was a very different exposure of cultures from, you have Hinesville, Georgia, where the melting pot of cultures is it's a big variety, and then I moved to Soldiers Grove, Wisconsin, where I was the only person of a different ethnicity within a whole entire 8-county region. It is very important to be cognizant and understanding of all cultural traditions and virtues in the career field that I am going to be choosing, because I am going to be hopefully working in a hospital region as a radiographer technician, and you don't get only one type of culture, you get many, and you just don't know when. And it's really good to know, it's really important to know their cultures and their beliefs so you can follow the protocol without violating any of their virtues or beliefs. Current and future goals in achieving a college degree for me. Currently, I am trying to graduate this June with a bachelor's in Spanish and an individualized studies minor to create further opportunities for myself for what I explained earlier was my intent to take on a 2-year associate's degree at Southeast Tech or possibly another university for a 2-year radiographer technician degree. And some of the effects of being educated in my aspects of life. Socially, I have friends of both spectrums. I have friends from back home in Soldiers Grove, Wisconsin, who obviously, like I stated earlier, mostly went on to higher education, whether it was a technical school or a 4-year. And I also have some friends from Georgia when I go and visit some of the family down there. And the difference in the conversations, it's just the educational level is very, very noticeable. And I've noticed throughout time that I just simply enjoy having an educated conversation more, even though this might sound a little rude. Being educated also opens more windows to a variety of different sorts of social circles. I mean, different people talk about different subjects, and the more you know, the more you link, and the more people that you can possibly become acquainted with. As far as my family, I feel that being educated accelerates the status as an adult to them, and it also, there's a trustworthiness factor that I would like to say, being educated, you become more credible, and the credibility becomes more established, and you start becoming more trusted, whether you are the youngest, whether you're the middle, or the oldest child. It's just education, I feel that just comes hand in hand with credibility and trustworthiness. As far as financially, the opportunity to make more money. Being educated will allow you to make more money. It will open your opportunities to better jobs, and most importantly, in nowadays economy, there's a greater job security with having an education, having any sort of degree, even an associate's degree. It just alters your ability by a lot, I would say. Professionally, impressions are vital. I want to reinforce that because if you express yourself as a professional person, you are taking it in a different sort of way than as if you express yourself in what I would like to say being yourself. There's times and places where you have to be professional, whether you enjoy being a professional person or not. And education allows you to know when to use this. Being educated allows you to know when is the right time to act professional and when is the right time to, lay back and be yourself. And these are some of the aspects that I feel have changed and I feel have made me a more educated individual. So thank you for listening to my presentation.
Opponent.